If you are a new preschool teacher and before you start packing up your classroom for the summer, I need you to hear this. The way you close out this school year can either make next year feel organized and manageable or completely overwhelming. And if you're a teacher with a couple years done and ever started a school year feeling stressed, behind, or scrambling to find materials, then you already know how difficult it can be to focus on what really matters. Building routines, teaching expectations, and creating a calm classroom environment. So today I'm sharing the end of year tasks that will save you time, reduce stress, and help you start next year ready to focus on classroom management instead of chaos. So let's talk about what you should be doing before you walk out of the classroom for the summer. Before you move a single thing, make a list. Write down every task, every project, every responsibility, and every loose end that's floating around in your head. One of the biggest reasons teachers feel overwhelmed at the end of the year is because they're trying to remember everything at once while tending to the immediate needs of the classroom. So what you're gonna do is you're just gonna get it out of your head and onto paper. Once you see everything, you can prioritize what needs attention now and what can wait. Remember, organized teachers make better decisions because they're not operating in survival mode. If you haven't used something in weeks, put it away now. This accomplishes two things. First, it reduces visual clutter in your classroom. Second, it reduces the amount of work you'll have to do during the final hectic days. Small wins matter at the end of the year. Every item you put away today is one less thing you have to think about later. I think this is one of the most overlooked classroom management opportunities of the entire year. Children love responsibility. Basically, they love helping and they love feeling capable. So have them sort materials, deliver papers, organize supplies, help prepare items to go home. Not only are you getting help, but you're also reinforcing skills that help with classroom management, like independence, responsibility, and classroom ownership. As you're packing, ask yourself one question. Did this item actually support learning this year? So if the answer is no, it may be time to let it go. Many new teachers hold on to everything because they're afraid that they may need it someday. Believe me, I did that too. But overcrowded classrooms can create unnecessary distractions and make organization harder. Keeping only what serves a purpose creates a more intentional learning environment. So maybe a couple things you may want to do is maybe loan it to another teacher, or maybe swap it with something or something else along those lines. So for this one, all I have to say is future you is counting on present you. So label your shelves, label your furniture, your bins, label your storage containers. You want to label anything that could potentially be moved over the summer. So for instance, most schools I worked in had a cleaning crew that came in and did a deep cleaning from ceiling to floor, which meant that they had to move furniture around. And many times they would move the furniture out of the classroom. And not only that, but move it into a general area, and then it would be amongst all the other classroom stuff. The less time you spend searching for materials in August or September, like I had to do, when you get back, the more time you'll have to focus on things like setting expectations and building relationships and teaching routines. Before sealing your boxes, just take a few moments or as you are packing those boxes, make a quick list of what's inside. Even better, attach the list and a picture. directly to that container or that box. So when you return in the fall, you'll know exactly where things are and in what boxes and containers they are exactly in. So this may seem small now, but it can save you hours later. And those are hours that can be spent preparing your classroom management systems instead of digging through mystery boxes. This one is a big one. If you do nothing else from this video, do this. Create one bin that contains everything you'll need during the first week of the next school year. So think about materials you used at the beginning of this year. So think about name tags, attendance materials, all about me activities, back to school books, parent paperwork, classroom procedure materials. Put it all together now. And when you come back, you'll immediately be able to focus on building classroom routines instead of searching for supplies. And this tip is probably, I'm not sure if I mentioned it in another video, but I know that I need to mention in a future video probably about back to school stuff because it's important too. And it's something that I wish I would have learned sooner. Write down what worked this year. Now, because this is at the end of this current school year, you're gonna write down the things that worked this year. You're also gonna write down what didn't. Write down the routines that were successful. Write down the transitions that were difficult. Write down the classroom management strategies you want to improve. Because here's what happens. By August, you'll remember that you had challenges or even what went right, but you won't remember the details. So give yourself the gift of clear notes now while you're still thinking about this stuff. So this video wasn't just about closing your classroom for summer. It was about helping you to prepare your future self for success. Because when you're not scrambling to unpack, to organize and find materials, you can focus on things that truly impact your students, like building relationships or teaching routines, establishing expectations, and creating a classroom where learning can thrive. That's what strong classroom management is really about. So before you leave for summer, choose one thing from this list and start there. Your August or September self will thank you. So that's it for this video and the series. If you missed any of the other videos, check them out here. Don't forget to subscribe and like the video because that will really help me out, and I will see you in the next one. Until then, take care.